Hey, what's up, y'all? A big, not small. If you like Shania, give me a call. Hey, it's me, Drum and Bow Skill, one of the Danger Club. I'm here just to tell you about our Patreon. That's right. You can help us to create more content that you love. If you do love it, then please come along to the Patreon place where Don't listen to me. Just look at the links, all right? Because we got links and they don't stink, okay? Check them out. Get involved. We got stuff to offer you. Boomosaurus Rex. See ya.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
Fulton, what did you do? You gave your bag over to Edie.
So you basically just handed over one of the most powerful artifacts in the world.
She said she's got
Edie.
an idea. You can't let that fall into the wrong hands.
But we also need the Cursebreaker. Shania, have you got any ideas how to get him back?
We would need divine magic.
My name, Fenella, the old lady.
I'm Macleod, the half-orc, card game designer. The pair of demons start to walk out of the darkness. Overhead, you hear the roar of a dragon.
The adventure continues now.
We're rolling.
I want to give a shout out to some of the Dangerlings at the start of this. We've had the joy of... Do you mind not harassing Colin's cat while we're trying to do the intro there?
I'm sorry, I just love cats.
Okay, he
I
is
was going to say the other word, but I thought not to lower the tone
It's
at
early.
the beginning of the episode.
he is a very special
feline.
cat. That's fine, because we the episodes where Fulton's life and death struggle have just come out at the time that we're recording, and I was just waiting for some of the reactions to it, and they've been wonderful. Our buddy New Mutant, who is just the most into the show, and anytime something big on it happens, I was like, when's he going to listen to the episode? When's he going to listen to the episode? And then there's just like an all caps message of just like, what the hell are you doing? Which is like, oh my God, please let him listen to it and just feel better. Like, I can't deal with the
New
stress.
Mutant's Fulton's biggest fan.
He is. New Mutant loves Fulton. Like, they would have tracked me down, I think, if that had gone awry. Thank goodness we got through it. But we got through it. Fulton's still here about how much longer, because things are looking pretty dangerous right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Apologies for Drum. Drum will be joining us very soon. We're not sure when, but we had to get started.
I'm right here.
I'll be here soon.
Yeah, there was just this thing with some talcum powder fairy, and I had to punch it.
I wrote a cue card about it. He did.
I wrote down my kids dribbled on it, and now I've got to put it in my pants.
I was just walking along, I saw some drum and bass, I thought I'd stop and just
I
dance
got
for a
these
bit,
crisps,
you know
they're
what
pickle and onion crisps, but they turn into blueberry in your mouth, and
Those were our drum
I miss
excuses.
him. I miss him.
We've said before, it's the most delightful impression to do, isn't it? It's
great.
just,
It is, and sort of still not accurate. Like, we're all very talented actors, and we still can't quite nail it. He's a truly unique individual.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've got one for you, Scott. I've got one for you.
oh god.
Yeah, you'll like this.
I've got one for you.
I think you'll like this. I heard a fact about Jeremy Renner, right? Scott is laughing more than I've ever seen him laugh.
I don't hate him as much, but I think you guys have fed it, and now it feels like there's going to be some kind of, I'm going to challenge him to a duel or something. Like, that's the levels. That's the levels that me and Renner are at right now.
When he got his part as Hawkeye, right? When he I love this. When he got his part as Hawkeye, he went off like by himself, just on his own like back, and learned how to shoot a bow and like an arrow. Yeah, shoot a bow and arrow. Learned archery, and then he got to set, and they said, "Oh no, shooting arrows on film is nothing like it is in real life." Oh. So he learned archery just for the fuck of it. He never used it because shooting arrows on film is different. So there you go.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's one of those things that they cheat. I'm sure. There's been quite a few memes about the old. I've not seen the Hunger Games, but obviously she used a bow in that.
She's quite good actually. She looks like her. I don't know if she is.
There are, but there's been a few pictures where they've been like, if she released the string like that, she would cut her nose off.
Oh, right.
Literally.
What about Legolas as well? He was quite quick with his...
he was famously very good at archery, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That is the noise it made. That's a good impression.
Yeah, there was that meme going around, wasn't there, comparing Katniss and Hawkeye and Legolas. Someone said, Hawkeye's got to use a laser sight. That was a bit harsh. I mean, I think fair enough for Jeremy Renner for trying to learn archery. There's got to be something in the craft of holding a bow and looking at it that helps.
Absolutely.
I mean, and to be fair, it is the Hawkeye sort of the paradox, really, that obviously, she's in the Hunger Games, and Legolas is fighting orcs. He's fighting like aliens, like space terrors from beyond another dimension. Everyone's like kicking ass for their spare powers. He's like, I've got the bow, guys. I've got a laser sight.
I don't know if you saw the film, James, but Legolas surfed down some stairs and then took out a woolly mammoth with an army on its back by himself. So one's fighting Chitauri, who are pretty red shirts. The other guy, Oliphant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that's fair.
It's pretty big.
That is fair. I can tell you, as someone who's done stage combat, there's nothing as frightening as having to line up to do a choreographed fight with someone who has learned how to actually fight with the weapon that they're using.
Yeah,
if you fight unarmed, if you do something with martial arts, it's good because they know how to move the body and stuff like that. But I've done like sword work with someone who was a fencing champion, and you're about to go for it, and you just see her footwork just shift, and I'm like, that's the kill line. She's moved from I'm trying not to kill this person to I'm trying to hit this person with my sword, because it's just muscle memory. It's just like I aim for the heart.
That's the thing. Because actually,
so frightened.
Is it an advantage knowing how to fight with a weapon? Because I don't think it is. Because it is completely different stage combat and films and all that kind of stuff. Like it is like, yeah, great, you can kill someone in real life. That's entirely not the point right now. Like
as someone who's done like archery as well, like because my housemate bought like a bunch home the other day, and we were just loosing in our garden. But also from before, and the amount of different ways you see a bow being held in the media, and the amount of wars that get started between like, you don't the two fingers on the string, that is not where you, and then you get to real archery people who like done it for years, and they're like, literally however you want, and you're like, but I thought there was a way. I thought I was told by several different masters of the art. They're like, literally any way you want. The Mongols did it like this, Western archers did it like this. Any way you want, doesn't matter.
It does, and a lot of it depends on the bow, because you've got compound bows and old long bows, and if you're pulling back a long bow and you're doing it gracefully with the two fingers, these are your fists.
The old long bows.
The old long bows, It's all about poundage.
Yeah, some archers were like quite hench, weren't they? They're like one arm was like Madonna's bicep.
Well, and they found it was when they found the Mary Rose, I believe it was, King Henry's the old boat that sank in the Solent, they found some skeletons of archers for the first time, and they had misshapen shoulders. Actually, their bones had changed shape and fused in weird ways, having a lifetime of drawing back these enormous bows. And that's when they conclusively were like, And there's weird old medieval pictures of them sort of almost lying on the ground, sort of shooting the bow. And they actually used to do that because there's so much you just literally have to lean your whole body into it to pull back the bow. I mean, sod that.
I feel like we've talked. I feel like this is the kind of wanky podcast we can be. I feel like we've talked about Agincourt before, but like that was a big part of Agincourt going badly for the French, was that the tradition at the time was nobility fights nobility and peasants fight peasants. So you'd have the archers would trade fire at each other, and then the knights would move in, and the knights would fight one-on-one with each other, because that's how you do it. And then the French knights advance forward, waiting to fight the English knights. And the English archers just mowed them down. And they're like, no, poor people are shooting us.
They did, and they were very impetuous because they didn't want to wait. And they actually employed Genoese crossbowmen. They sent the Genoese crossbowmen forward. They were fairly ineffective. And the French knights, rather than waiting for the Genoese to retreat, they just charged over them. That was the French. And then they hit the marsh, and then the arrows, dreadful, and then the death and the trouble.
Yeah, did you see?
But you know what? Actually, a fun fact. In films, you always see cavalry charging into infantry and all this kind of stuff. But actually, generally, you only deploy cavalry when the enemy are broken, because they're best for running down. You'd literally be like, oh, cool, they're running away, charge, or against archers or something like that, But
in Total War, you deploy cavalry literally any goddamn time.
Anytime you can.
That is the WMD of the medieval world.
Yeah.
Did you see the film The King on Netflix?
No.
Is it good?
It's good. Timothée Chalamet. Of course.
Always good.
And Taron Egerton. No, that's not his name.
Jeremy Renner?
Did you have to sing his name?
Surely he's in a film called The King. I mean,
his name is, he's playing Falstaff in it, but he's a really good actor now, and he's taken to producing and directing films as well. Wasn't he Elton John? It's Taron Egerton.
Yeah.
That is him, right? He's Falstaff in it. I might have got that wrong. I feel like it's wrong. Anyway, it's a good film, but they have a certain depiction of Agincourt towards the end, and it's a choice. Someone's made a choice, and you go, I see why you've done it. I see the historical accuracy here, and it's not wrong, it's just someone's made a choice here. It's a very interesting depiction of that, as you say, the marshy land and exactly who was where at what time and why. It's interesting. If you care about Agincourt and bodkin tipped arrows, then watch the king.
Oh yes, it was all about the bodkin. That was the armor piercing one, and it wasn't. We were the least pleasant looking army if you're going realistic. I mean, like most of them had the runs. And they're very, very tired and very battered, and not very many of them. And it was just like they're literally, apparently, just sort of standing there, just letting things happen.
Well, that's what our
killing the cream of French nobility.
That's why they had the hunched over shoulders, just the strain. Of,
well, that was a problem. Apparently, no one was training that day. It was just like, whoa, we have all
loose, already there,
already did Sarge.
That's what our best king died of, didn't it? Was that guy everyone loves so much? It's Henry V.
Henry V. Did he die on the Kazi?
It was dysentery. He was over in France at the time.
Yeah, probably.
And then he died of dysentery. He died of the runs, and then his son, who was in England. So, that was the whole issue, wasn't it, with the Wars of the Roses, wasn't it? So,
yeah,
everyone just died shitting.
He died shitting. Yeah.
That was the War of the Roses.
Technically, it wasn't actually the Wars of the Roses. It was actually the 100 Years' War. It's fine. But
well, no, the 100 Years' War was in France, but the one that succeeded that in England.
That was about the English throne. Yeah,
that's what I mean. His scion, his son.
To be fair, it all kind of started. It was just a mess. It was a mess of like, I've got to claim there. I've got to claim there. Let's call the whole thing off.
Yes. I'm surprised it took you that long to this conversation, James. I was expecting to as soon as Colin said you shoot a bow.
No, shoot a bow. Shoot is fine. It's firing a bow. Is right. And I love the fact that your eyes flicked to mine as you said it. And I was like, good man.
I must have done that subconsciously.
Anything gunpowder, you can fire it.
Ross, you've been quite quiet in this historical accuracy conversation.
Because he's been on his phone.
Yeah, I was
he's looking up bodkin arrows.
Yeah, I'm looking up how
to
shoot arrows out of my arse.
But you don't need to be embarrassed to say it, mate. You're going to say it in the game. You literally shit on Niomet. Let's not go for it. Well, speaking of deadly arrows and people who die while shitting themselves, the Danger Club have survived thus far, battling through the Plaza of the Feasting Fiend. This has been chaos, this last one.
Go on.
No, I say I normally, on my way into a record, I normally listen to like the Lord of the Rings soundtrack or World of Warcraft or something. Today I just listened to Pendulum because it's just this whole battle has just been carnage.
It has, and we very much did what we always used to do on our private games and generally on this. It's sort of like, oh my god, it's looking really, really terrible. Next game, we just smashed them. It's just like, okay. That was how did it go from looking so bad to suddenly
that is the way
we kind of ruined it.
I think that's the way that things go in a lot of like combat sort of based TTRPGs, where you go, oh my god, dire situation, and you go, we kind of just kept hitting them and then they kept falling down and it kept working. But if you look back at it and with the right narration, it is incredibly dramatic. It's just at the time you're sort of like charged with adrenaline. You're like, it's fine, we're okay now. You know that because you've got the numbers on your sheet. But your characters don't know that, and that's where the drama comes in.
And we always stop like the point where someone's just about to die. So then we have like few weeks to think about what our next move is going to be. Each of us.
It's funny you should mention that because we haven't talked about the big point, the massive point of drama in the entire fight, which was Velda getting his cloak over his head. So that's all I can remember. Nothing else really happened.
Such a Velda combat point.
It really was. But he dealt some serious damage at points. I was quite proud of him. But that was definitely the turning point as well. Like when you survived that death roll, and then things seemed to go our way after that. It was like, okay, cool. Because if we'd lost Fulton, we'd have been in desperate trouble.
Gotta thank the gods of Roll20 for rolling Dan's shit numbers.
Oh my god, they rolled some bad. Niomet could not roll good numbers towards the end of that fight. There were some real low rolls on some really important things. But you got some like that. I know that it was a couple of episodes ago, but that death save was not a gimme. That was it was a 14 or higher you needed to roll.
And I rolled a 14.
You rolled a 14. That's as close as it gets. Yeah. And it was really, once you get Fulton back up and once you get maybe a couple of... Because you got a few of them down in one go. You'd kind of been wearing them all down and then a few of them go down. And these games are really a numbers game. If one of you goes down, things go badly very quickly. If one of them goes down, you usually wrap it up quite quickly because especially with the 3-action economy, it just you overwhelm each other in just the amount of stuff you can do if you can take some of them down.
Yeah, and actually thinking about it, it was quite an interesting set too, because they had their tank, obviously the big crocodile demon, and then sort of powerful drainy spellcaster and sort of subsidiary characters who are standing in the background, sort of like buffing and all this kind of stuff. It was actually quite a balanced thing. And then when our tank went down before their tank, it was like, oh dear, can't do that. You know what I mean?
Looking pretty tricky. Well, this fight should be dead easy for you. You've only got 2 people to fight.
God.
And you've all got loads of hit points, I'm assuming, at this point, because a fight ended. So obviously you all rested and did lots of healing.
And we've got our healer with us as well. So
the healers have a healer.
I cast heal on everyone.
I'm going to cast Obliteration Sphere. It's a spell that I found in someone else's book, and it's really good. The fairies come out of it, and there's a lot of glitter.
It says here that you obliterate your component. It says you need to have a frog.
It's actually, I can charge this up to 7. What do you mean I'm not? What do you mean I can't do that?
I can set Philippe on it.
I cast it anyway into the sky. There we go. Sorry,
monkeys,
no more healing.
monkeys.
Can I cast my
I've got some bad news from about Elemental Annihilation Wave as well, but I'll save that for when he's here.
Do you know what?
It's not that a spell can get any more disappointing than it has been so far, really.
I know, it sounds so good. But just for the benefit of us, because it's been a while, and Dan, could you just give us a quick description of who we're fighting and where we are fighting?
Dan's rundown.
Dan's rundown.
I'm glad to give you a little description.
Not Dan's runoff. So, we don't
don't get the runs, Dan.
He's not in a ditch in France.
Yeah.
So last week, you wrapped up your fight. You went up to the north of the room and to north of the plaza, and you found a forge. You've kicked a guy into the forge.
I totally forgot about that. Casual murder.
Poor guy.
You got the impression that there was chaos. Yeah, you found a door that seems to go out the back of the plaza, but there seems to be a battle going on out there. And you found some keys. You went into a prison. You rescued your 2 new friends, who are a rat folk called Fenella, the old lady. Thank you, Stu Jackson. And a half-orc collectible card game salesman called Matt Letty. Thank you, Matt Letty.
Splendid.
I was on a live stream with both of them this week. I've been like, listen to the episodes. You're going to enjoy these. So they're with you now. You've picked them up. They're worshippers of Balumdar. So you think they are presumably connected to your side quest on that. Imagine if they weren't. Imagine if it was just complete coincidence.
That would suck.
Yeah.
What a curveball.
That would suck.
So yes, you've got them with you. They are your friends. And then you started heading south towards the only remaining unexplored bit of the Plaza of the Feasting Fiend. And as you were approaching, you heard the sound of a dragon go overhead. Ahead of you, in the room that you're sort of heading towards, it's like a kind of a corridor. It goes around to the side. You can see there's a door basically in that room that goes on to another area. But in the room that you're approaching, there is an evil-looking altar that looks like a hunched-over dinosaur. It's not actually a dinosaur, it's like carved out of stone, a hunched-over dinosaur with a crooked 6-fingered hand on the top of it. You can see there are loads of mummified hands on the wall above it, all sort of nailed up to it with little plaques underneath them. Most of them have 6 fingers. And then coming out of the shadows towards you from this room are a pair of demons. They are long, tall, they are red, spindly. They seem to have been flayed. They've got barbed spears in their hands. And you recognize them immediately as the kinds of demons that you fought in the butchery when you first arrived in the Plaza of the Feasting Fiend. There was one of them there. Fulton made very short work of the one that you met the first time. But this time, there are 2 of them, which could complicate things a little more. Anything else you need to know? Or
no, let's get on with it. Let's do this.
Nah, we're all right. Just before we begin combat, no. It's got to be after this, because I'm dying to have a look at that staff that he had to see what it did, the spear staff thing. But there's no time.
It would be quite peak Velda for the rest of us in combat for you to take all of your actions to examine a star.
I just nip around the corner out of combat. Have a good look. Oh, fascinating.
Everyone's dead. Oh well.
Yeah, everyone's dead. Never mind.
I've got a spear though.
I've got fly, so I can just fly away. So, just saying, guys. Just
should be all good.
And the fate of the world was sealed.
We're inside, aren't we?
You are inside.
I can fly.
So you can stroke the roof for a little bit. If you want.
Roof stroker. The worst of 80s hero ever.
We need roof stroker. Give me roof stroker.
I'm already here.
God damn it, roof stroker, get down. I've told you before.
Sorry. I just like stroking roofs.
Now get me door liquor.
That's an intro. That's a new intro.
Roof stroker and door liquor. CSI going to call them in to take up the case.
What is going on with CSI Mwangi Expanse?
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah,
we're bringing it back. Don't worry.
I stopped watching True Detective just so I could start.
Well, if you look at the canon of it, they had to take. There was 2 weeks, so they were behind the door with the gelatinous cube, and then the priest got killed, right? Yeah. So they had to go to the funeral, and the funeral was like 2 weeks later.
So now they're ahead in the time. They're ahead of the day.
They basically went ahead. So we need to wait a few episodes to catch up. Yeah. Unless they go through a dimension door, which is also a time door or something.
Let's send them to Miami. Let's just do
And also, they've had their badges taken away, and they have to get reinstated somehow. You know what I mean?
They've got a 2-week montage going on before we get back.
We'll give it another couple of episodes and then they'll be back.
Gosh, this is ridiculous. Maybe we'll. I'm very glad you don't have your healer here for it. This is going to go very well. Let's find out how it goes. Everyone roll for initiative.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Can't we just talk?
Oh, flippin' heck.
What'd you get?
Oh, that sounds positive. Oh, for
See, add perception to it, doesn't you?
You can add your perception to it. I mean, if you've got a different skill you want to add.
Do you need a dice?
No, that's all right. I'm a little bit confused. Those of you who use...
Scott's been just staring at me for the last couple of minutes.
Those of you
and I don't know why. And then he reaches over and I'm like, do you need dice? And he's like, yes, please.
Oh.
There's a whole pack there. Look at that.
Those of you who use dice,
D20.
We all use dice. Those who use Pathfinder, Path Builder.
You're right there, James.
I know.
Got there in the end.
God, just staggering swiftly on.
What game are we playing?
So you've got perception. I've got an initiative bonus +2, but does it add it to it or does it not? It doesn't say that it has, but I assume it has.
It should do for your
my overall perception.
Yeah.
Or would that just be for my initiative? I'd add +2 to my perception. For initiative rolls,
you should have perception.
Because obviously I wouldn't add the +2 for if I was just scoping out a room.
I defer to Ross as the expert on Path Builder.
So it usually does it all for you. It usually adds it all on.
But I think in this case it hasn't, because if I was just checking out a room, the initiative bonus wouldn't apply. So I don't think it would add it to my perception score for permanently. So I think it's added the +2 underneath to say, like, by the way, when you're doing initiative, add a +2. Yeah? I'm going to do it.
To preserve the TPK in this case and keep the show rolling, let's go with it.
Right. Well, that's just other people might use Path, but I just wonder. It's a good app.
Let us know.
Check it out. Yeah. Let us know what you think on the Discord and stuff.
It's a wonderful app.
It is a really, really good app. So that is a 13 plus a 19, so I've got 32.
Woo. 32 for Velda. That stuff is going to get examined real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
What you got, Caragor?
Natural 20.
Just fuck off. No, I'm not celebrating that because I never get the highest station ever.
I never do. And listen, with a natural 20, my initiative is still only 34.
Oh.
It's only 2 higher than yours.
I always just roll crap.
Well, you know when that ability where you get, if you roll a natural 20 on your initiative, that you get an extra action.
No?
Yeah. You get to say that.
Yeah, totes.
Like one of the other characters automatically dies.
It's
a new thing, Dan. You wouldn't have seen.
It's in the errata.
It's in the new book.
It's Rovagurg and Nostrix they were talking about.
I do like the idea of it. You know what? Have yourself a danger point.
What for making up a
rolling
crap?
No one bullshits themselves into bonuses more than Scott on this show.
So you're rewarding this behaviour?
I'm never going to do it again.
I hate
James.
it, sir. This is rubbish.
I never roll a natural 20. I've spent the past 5 games as a fucking lemur.
You deserved it. It's because broadly, I don't reward you enough with danger points, and so every time I remember there's an excuse to, I kind of do. And Scott's the one who bargains for them the most, so it works out well. But I'm sure we'll make good use of it. Right, let's get some more scores on the board. What's Fulton got, Ross?
17.
Oh no,
Fucking rubbish.
Cool. And how about Bubs?
Disgusting 20.
Oh,
yeah, filthy it is.
That is dirty. That's so dirty.
Filthy,
right,
man.
Let's have a look. Let's see who's going first. I wonder who it's going to be. It is, of course, Karalemur One Fluff.
Sorry, go on.
Let me quickly describe just the order. So, party order is actually a thing in this because at the end of the last one, when you were leaving, there was an argument over whether to go forward or not, and Drum very loudly declared that Shania was opening the door, and then Bubba, as Bubba does, shouts, "I'm opening the door as well." So Bubba and Shania are at the front.
Yeah.
I even re-listened to the episode because I know you're very sure. You want to be very sure on where you're standing at the start of combats. But yes, the two of you are in front, followed by Fulton and Philippe, followed by Velda and Karagor, followed by the two worshippers of Balamdar, who are looking suddenly very afraid to have left their prison.
I think Bubba was very anxious to get things moving, to try and get hold of your girl.
No, it makes sense. You are still currently, when we come around to you, you're still sustaining that spell. It's up to you if you want to keep sustaining it, but we'll decide when we get to you. Karagor, what's the plan?
Karalemur looks to the beyond, the Red Boys, looks to Fulton and goes, what? As if to say, can you hold those two by yourself, or do you need help?
Don't know what you're saying.
Shit. That's entirely fair, and it means I have to do the right thing, which means I'm going to die.
It was delightful metagaming. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I say, blah, 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 which means this. That's marvellous. I heard.
I can only do chirps.
Fulton, make a nature check.
Okay, alrighty.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah,
sure. Nature.
Let me do
Make a nature check. Tiny lemur.
You can't go to.
It's an 18 on my nature.
At 18 total, you do not understand what Karagor is trying to tell you.
You need a wee-wee.
In Karagor's head, Karagor goes, I need a fucking wee-wee. And regretfully, because there's two of them, I didn't want to have to do this. I wanted to stay back and shoot arrows, but we've got dependents. Karalemur clambers over the top of Bubba's head and scampers forward with tiny little hammers to engage one of these things.
Amazing.
So it's a move action to get into combat, one action to hunt prey. I'll roll that check now. Is it nature?
It's a demon.
So that would what is my hunt prey based on? Is it different every time, or
it is you do a
different?
different. You get a free recall knowledge check as a part of it.
Okay, so I guess that'll be on occultism then.
It is,
which gives me a total of 22.
A 22 is creature numbers.
Creature numbers.
Where the hell are
Dangerlings, I just want you to know that there are 3 maple and pecan pastries on the table in front of me right now. 3. I am losing my mind trying to concentrate on the game, and not on the food.
The lovely.
The internal war is
pecan.
long and arduous.
Maple and pecan.
As Karagor would say.
Pastry.
These are just not your maple and pecan.
No, that's not how the advert goes.
These are M&S me.
No, they're saying they're not just yours. You added them to a collective. Like, you're now communist
they're
baker.
always yours.
That's just what he says when he comes and whispers outside my window. I wish he'd stop.
These aren't your shitty maple pecans.
These aren't your
That's shitty
They're
maple
mine.
pecans.
I like the maples.
We've got to remember, guys, that people are probably going to be listening to this podcast with headphones, and we're just going.
It's very ASMR.
It's very
apologies,
ASMR.
I didn't have my GM screen up. It's a DC 22.
well, I got 22.
You got a 22. I can tell you what these things are.
I can't tell anyone. I can't tell anyone anything. That's the funniest thing.
Oh.
I have no mouth, and yet I must lemur.
These are Babaus. They are
what?
Babaus. Bao buns.
They're bao buns.
Just giant bao buns.
Just a couple of bubbles.
Yeah, conveniently is one of the only words Karagor can say at the moment. So they're a kind of demon. They are blood demons. I'll tell you one thing about them. What would you like to know? Give me a
Blood-filled bao buns.
abilities, weaknesses, strengths.
What they, where do they, what's their favourite,
I know the
pastry.
Maple and pecan.
We were along the same lines there, weren't we, Jay?
Oh, yes, we were.
what are they vulnerable to?
Oh, a very good question. They have a vulnerability. To mercy. Because they revel in gore and inflicting injuries. If wounds that they cause through their special abilities are healed, they will suffer damage as a reaction because they are so appalled that their good work is being undone.
Oh, God.
Give me paper cut. Give me a paper cut.
No, if wounds that they have caused. And also you don't know this. And also now I've got to say...
Bao bun.
And then I tug at Shania, hopefully, futilely, because she's not here. She probably has got any fucking spell slots anyway. With that done, do you want to make a nature check to interpret that, Ross? No, that would have been useful. No.
I can if you want.
Looking at pictures of bao buns.
I was gonna find out where Drum is.
Oh, I love a bao bun.
Bubba just thinks that Karagor's saying his name.
Definitely no. Dinino.
Carolee, this is how we die. Okay, so
I think something's wrong with his bum. He's saying, he might need a number 2. Well, I think he really needs a number 2.
all right, King Henry V. I'm gonna go. I've got
Tis
one
the
action
king's
left.
way.
One action left for an attack.
Come on.
Hey, Colin, these dice of yours that you've given me are better than my level up dice. I'm just going to put them out there.
Is that right?
Yep. That's a 31 to hit.
I love that that's a critical hit.
What? All right. Oh my god! Oh, max damage on that. 12.
I love that he
plus 4. 24 points of damage. Oof. If it's a critical hit, does it get doubled?
Yes, it is. So it's 24 just
48 points of damage.
Flippin' heck.
Karalemur. Wait, am I still enfeebled?
Karalemur is still enfeebled.
Then it was 22 points of damage.
Okay.
And it wasn't a critical hit, therefore, because it was a minus to my strength. Wait. It would have been 29 to hit.
Hang on.
Not
no, you're
31.
not enfeebled. No, sorry, the conditions have dropped because you're.
Oh yes, because it's been a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
you
rested since then, so you don't have the enfeebled on there.
Okay, great. Then it's still a critical hit, and I do 48 points of Karalemur damage.
Screaming bao buns.
Basically, a sort of Pathfinder Pikachu. That's what you are right now.
Yeah, right.
Just smashes
Limachu.
into the first Babau. It's like it's very shocked by it. I love that Level Up Dice gave us these incredibly valuable dice, and all these dice have done is try to murder us since. Dice hate us. You smash into it. As you hit it, a spray of gore comes spraying out from it. I need a reflex save.
The gore.
Al Gore.
It's in the line. It's in the line.
It's on the line. Yeah.
30.
A 30 as the Al Gore comes spraying over you. I can tell you a convenient truth is that is a successful save, and you take only 1d6 points, 1d6 damage.
Okay.
Which is a 1. Take 1 point of acid damage as you manage to dodge most of it.
Coming up, lemur. Maybe I'll stay as a lemur. Maybe this is
this is me.
Oh my gosh, that's an incredible round. Velda Kenblad.
Okay, I would like to use one action to, I suppose it'd be occultism, would it, for demons? To try and learn something interesting about them?
It is, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to try and rack my brains for something occulty. That is, it's alright, it's 24.
24 is a success.
Cool. I would like to learn a vulnerability about these things, please.
The vulnerability about them.
Or do I get to learn their names as well?
Yeah, they're called Babaus.
No, they're called Babaus.
That makes sense.
It's lucky someone here knows their stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. And I can tell you a vulnerability. They're vulnerable to mercy.
They're vulnerable to mercy.
To heal
And out of character.
Yeah.
If you heal damage that they've caused with their special abilities, it'll hurt them.
If you heal, they're vulnerable to mercy. So any damage that they inflict against you, if it's healed, it'll actually cause some damage.
You have to get hit first.
Well, yes, don't get hit. All right, let's carry on. God, I'm actually quite pleased with myself.
Yeah, you're like really the nature guy now.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not really nature; it's occultism. They're demons. Anyway,
you're kind of like the cleverest person
and
here.
Then I'm going to. So the one who's. Unfortunately, I'm real low on spells, so I'm going to do something remarkable here, and I'm going to cast Electric Arc.
Ooh.
Which is a cantrip, I know. However, with my level, it's heightened to level 4, so actually it could potentially do a bit of damage. I want to target the one that Karalemur smashed.
Absolutely.
It is... it is a basic reflex save.
Okay. Let's go ahead and... their reflex is alright. 28.
Oh, I think that would be a success.
Gets it, so basically it'll be half damage.
Yes, it will be half damage. That's unfortunate, because actually it was quite a good roll. It was 12 points, so 6 points of damage.
6 points.
Could have been 12 points of electricity damage. So I cast that, because the other thing I've got is AoE.
Oh, very
so
nice.
I would toast Karalemur if I launched it.
Can you arc that into another person, or is that
I can,
only
but
on
I
a
believe
crit?
that's only on a crit. Let me have a quick... It has been a while since I've had a look at this. Ooh, that's weird. Apologies. My having said Pathfinder is great. Pathbuilder, it changed my cantrip to Spout. I don't know what Spout is. Let me just try and find.
Well,
what did I just
Spout.
Spout.
Where is it? Yeah,
It's a crit. These are the cantrips you can do without electric arc.
It was electric arc. It's coming at them. Yeah, it is a. Doesn't actually say. No, I'm sure it's a crit.
Okay,
I'm sure it's a
no
crit.
problem.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
That's
The other
weird.
one remains unharmed.
Would your AoE have been based on a reflex save? Because I reckon I
Well, it says all it says is that an arc of lightning leaps from one target to another. You deal electricity damage equal to 4d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Oh, sorry, I didn't have my spellcasting ability modifier.
Go ahead and add that.
Yes, which would be where is it?
And while you're looking up that, I can tell you targets 1 or 2 creatures. So yes, you can go ahead and apply that to the second creature as well.
Oh,
Lovely.
sweet. Do
That's
they have
good.
to do a basic reflex save as well?
Let's give them a basic reflex.
Oh, where's my spellcasting ability modifier?
And the other one fails, so the one takes 12 points of damage plus whatever your spell mod is. What is your intelligence modifier?
That's
it's probably
right.
5.
It's your intelligence.
Just write it on a massive piece of paper.
I know.
You have
That's
it,
the
you
problem.
add it to everything.
Everything is.
Stick
is
it on, like,
all of it. It's 4.
Scott's
tattoo it
head.
on. I mean, tattoo it on Scott's head.
So
that you
it's my intelligence is +4, so it's an extra +4 damage, I
Extra
presume.
4,
So
okay.
+2 to one and +4 to the other. So 16 points of damage from electric arc, guys.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Nice.
Cantrips, yo.
nice.
I could do this literally all day.
Yeah.
I think you still should have used spout, but you know.
I know. Spout.
Those cantrips cantrips high levels. They're real good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Okay, let's take it to Baba Von Hoops.
All right. So just to remind me, what spell am I using that I can sustain?
You are currently sustaining locate. So
That's
you're
right.
effectively using. If we imagine you've been in combat rounds for the last little while, you've just been using one of your actions each round to keep that running.
That's
so
right. Thank
if
you.
you want to keep locate going, you can kind of see a blip on your radar that shows Edie is somewhere to the south at the moment.
It's definitely like the one in Aliens.
Yeah.
She's in the
Coming out of the walls, man.
And how? I'm going to sustain it. How far away can I kind of? Do I get to know that? I can't remember.
It's on the description. I think it's 500 feet.
500 feet. Yeah. Can I still feel a presence?
Yeah. She's still within range.
She's still within range. And then I'm going to cast. Is there any like? Hold on. Is there any like fire in the room? Any sort of torches burning?
No. Interestingly, there are no burning torches in this room. Only if any of you have brought torches with you, there might be burning.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. In that case, I'm going to the one that hasn't got hit. Oh no, they've both been hit now.
So one of them's been hit more. There's one that's fighting Karagor that's taken a bunch of hits, and one of them's just taken a bit of lightning ricochet from the spell.
Ricochet. All right, so the one that is fighting Karagor. I'm going to cast Paralyze.
Oh, it's
Paralyze. So hopefully, you got to do a will save.
It's a will save. It's an incapacitate spell, isn't it? What level spell is it?
It's a level 3.
Level 3. That'll get him. No incapacitate bonus on that. Let's give him the will save. That is a 15.
It is a fail. Yeah. So it is. It's not a critical fail by 1, which is still a failure though. The target is paralyzed for 1 round.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a success, isn't it? The target is stunned 1.
It's not a success, is it? No. He failed. He's failed the save, hasn't he? He's under your spell DC, so he's failed the save. So he's paralyzed for 1 round.
All right. So if it was a success, it'd be over 10, right?
If it was a success, he would have gone over your spell DC. He's trying to roll over your...
Shit, yeah, that's what I'm... Yeah, sorry, I'm getting...
So he's failed. Don't worry. He's
failed.
For this, you want him to fail. And
the target is paralyzed for 1 round. I got it right the first time. I don't know why I kept talking, to be honest.
Paralyzed for 1 round, which could well come into play. Condition corner. Who's Ross? Who's in condition corner today?
Probably Michael Caine in it.
It's got like Jeremy Renner, isn't it?
Oh, that good impression, wouldn't it?
Flipping heck.
It's drum.
No, Space Princess. Fluffy Space Princess.
Princess.
Yeah, from Adventure Time.
You mean Lumpy?
Oh, you mean Lumpy?
Yeah.
Princess.
I've never watched.
Oh, wow. That's quite a get.
Yeah, there you go. I just took me a while to think. Right, what do you want?
We want to find out about Paralyzed.
This is enthralling.
Oh my God! Your body is frozen in place. You have the flat-footed condition and can't act except to recall knowledge and use actions that require only the use of your mind, as determined by your GM. Your senses still function, but only in areas you can perceive when moving your body. So you can seek while paralyzed. Oh my God!
I mean, that was less Lumpy Space Princess and more Kermit on acid.
That's coming. Don't worry.
That's kind of what Lumpy Space Princess is. I haven't watched Adventure Time in ages. I never watched the end.
Never watched it.
It was good. I was watching it, and then they took it off whatever I was watching, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know where to get it anymore.
No.
Without paying money for it.
No, I don't want to pay money for anything.
No.
They brought it back on HBO for 3 feature-long episodes.
Did they?
Yeah. Anyway,
has its time passed?
Show.
Show.
With that in mind, don't want to pay for stuff. Anyone wants to go and check out our Patreon, please do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to pay for stuff for HBO because I want to pay for my own Patreon.
Got enough money.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What have they got on there? Game of Thrones? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, we need.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Someone's talking about the new series that's coming out soon, and it was just like,
The Dragons one.
Yeah, Dragons.
Dragons and shit.
Was it a prequel?
Prequel about it's about the Targaryens. My housemate was working on it, so I know some things about it.
Oh, is it fair to... You want to...
No, we're in the middle of a game, guys. We're in the middle of a battle.
We're doing it.
Also, I'm sure that he's probably signed an NDA, which, let's tell it on our public podcast.
Reveal it on the Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
yes, in your face, HBO.
Then we can fight that court case with some of that sweet Patreon dollar. Oh my God! Right, the Babau, not the one fighting Karagor that is paralyzed. The other one has its go. The other one around, takes a step forward, and just winks out. Just seems to disappear as it steps forward, and then just appears directly behind Karagor.
Oh God!
They can teleport.
Hate teleportation.
So they're flanking me currently.
They are now flanking you.
Okay.
And it tries to hit, and it tries to bite Karagor on the head.
On the bum.
I thought he was going to say bum.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I don't know why it was just like, I'm going to bite you on the bum. This terrifying skinned demon.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, shit. Lucky he didn't go for the bum. Imagine he wouldn't be able to sit down. I mean, the head, that's fine.
I was going to stay back. I was going to fire arrows. I was going to stay in the safe.
What are you going to do?
I was going to what?
What?
I was going to fire arrows.
You piece of shit.
I was going to fire
You
them.
get your stuff and you get the fuck out of here.
Because I've got incendiary arrows, so therefore I must fire them before I lose them.
Do you know what? Fun. No one ever used to do that, really. Very
incendiary, but arrows.
Because what it does is it makes your arrows super shit.
Or brittle, and it doesn't.
Yeah, but isn't it just to
properly.
set alight things?
They were used very limitedly in sieges, but even then they were pretty ineffective. They just basically made arrows really, really bad.
Yeah, whenever you see like battles happening and someone's like, light the arrows, and everyone shoots them, and everyone's going, oh my god, I've got a fire arrow in my chest, I'm now dying. You would have died anyway from getting a normal arrow in your chest. You saying that increases the lethality? What's the
It just closes the wound around your...
And the speed the arrows go at, it just puts out the fire. Also, it's immediately, literally,
so much easier to dodge as well. There's a big flaming thing coming towards me. Shield up. Well, that's that out of the way.
People literally go up so much. It's like, all right, we're going to fight the battle. Have we all doused ourselves in petrol?
Although whistling arrows were a thing, they were anti-morale. They did make them fly a bit weird, but they used to shriek as they went over.
I shot myself one time in archery when someone shot an arrow at me and it just went...
Oh my gosh, the sneak attack damage was a 6 and a 5 on 2d6. So that is 44 points of damage, Karagor, as it appears behind you and just bites you in the back.
How do you want to do this, Dan?
No! It's Karagor down!
Easily, yeah.
Oh my god.
24 hit points.
So what happens when you go to minus 20?
So there's no minuses, you just drop to to dying 1.
But I'd have to go to...
It's your hit points, isn't it?
Okay,
I think if it's past your hit points, then you're dead.
Oh, that's easy then, that's fine. No, I'm just dying 1.
Okay.
Night.
Just dying 1.
Sweet Karalemur
Just
prince.
dying 1. Just dying.
That is...
Right, well, here we go.
You got any healing?
It's good that we don't have a healer here.
No, I've got no
Get
healing.
the healer out of here.
I've got no healing. I've used my soothe spells.
I've got.
We near the end of the episode. Can we do the? And that's where we leave it for today.
That's where we leave it.
15 minutes. Can we just chat shit for 10 of them?
Yeah, what was that? What was that trivia about? Bring that up.
Karagor went out the way he wanted to, which was doing a badass amount of damage on a horrible monster and not being listened to by his teammates.
Don't worry, we got
Babau. So as you hit it, you don't even see you see the other one disappear, and then all of a sudden it just picks you up behind and just sinks its teeth into the back of your neck. You just see him shaking Karagor around in its teeth and dropping him to the ground. Karagor is down. That happened very quickly. Fulton Battlestone, it's your go.
Okay, can I swipe both of them? How, this corridor must be...
So no, you guys are in kind of the corridor on the way into the room. The two of them are in the room and are either side of Karagor because they flanked him. So they're kind of, if you imagine there's one of them, then Karagor, then the other one. So you're not going to swipe both of them, but you can get to one of them in one move action.
Okay, I'll get up to one of them. I'm pretty low on health as well. I'm on 31.
Oh shit!
So, but
hurry up, Drummond!
TPK. So I'm gonna.
Imagine Drum arrives and we're all just dead.
If I go down in this, it doesn't matter about the fact that I went down earlier.
You still have the wounded condition, so if you go down again, you will go straight in at dying 2.
Well, Fulton.
And I got some news for Karagor. You're dying 2 because it's a critical hit. So.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. How bad is the demon looking that just killed Karagor?
It is a demon, isn't it?
It is a demon.
Still never lost fight to man nor beast.
Yeah. So the one
that just did
the sneak attack damage is not looking. It's only taken the hit from Velda's spell. It's the one that's less damaged.
Okay. Well, if Fulton goes down, he goes down. We need to get through these guys anyway. So
I just love the epic, like these two horrific demons with things rippling across them. They're engaged in this massive battle. It's like lunging back and forth and blood splattering up the walls, roars and like blows crossing swords and stuff like that. And they're just fighting a lemur.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lemur. It's like a rodent.
I'll be honest, Gary, I didn't think this was how today was going to go.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do a Furious Focus.
Do it! Let's have that crit. Let's...
Nope. That's a 20 on the die. As in, like, sorry, no, it was a 2 on the die, but it's a plus 18, so it's a 20.
A 20 total is a miss.
Okay, I'm dead. Wait. I have one more...
You got a hero point?
Yeah, but I don't have it with me.
That's fine. But I remember you having it. I'm happy for you to...
Because I used one for... No, actually...
Did you not write it down on your sheet?
No, because we get the cards now, but I always don't know where... Oh, no, actually, I put the card in your little...
Put the card in the little box.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I put it back in the pack, but...
I don't remember what it... But anyway, I just want to use it to
cash
re-roll.
it in for a reroll. Go for it.
Yeah.
You do not have to roll high to hit these guys.
27.
27 total?
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Yay! Okay.
Can't you use some of your hero points to stabilize as well?
Yeah, Scott. You can.
What?
You can use hero points to stabilize, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I've only got 4, so I'm going to wait until I'm dying 3.
You've got a maximum of... It should be only supposed to be able to have 3.
You just get an extra one.
Outrageous. That's fair.
I mean, I was thinking about playing the thing on it instead of spending it, but I mean, I don't know, whatever. I've got 3. Whatever you want. I don't mind.
So 3d12 is 28.
Plus, is that with all your
Yeah.
bonuses as well?
I didn't roll that great, but yeah. 28.
28 ain't nothing. You smash into the other one, reducing it. It's almost as badly hurt as his friend now. He's come flying in with the axe, seeing Karalemur.
Get away from my friend!
So did you hit the one that wasn't so injured?
Yeah, so the one that just came out of the sneak attack and killed Karagor.
Smash
Why?
into it.
No, just wondering.
Because the other one's too far
away. Yeah. No, I'm calculating how and who, what and what. Yeah.
Couldn't have got to him. It is now the turn of the other one, which is paralyzed and just stands there, unable to do anything. Very nice. Bringing us back
we
around.
Don't have one player here to go and help us.
Hang on. What about Bubba?
What about Bubba? Bubba had a go.
No, paralysed.
Oh, you're paralysed. Oh, I see. Right.
Which means let's throw it back over to Velda Kemblite. Round 2.
Bubba and the Babaus.
See, the trouble is I can't...
You can't...
Can't do anything useful.
No, I can do something useful, but I can't use my one big hit because it's AoE, and now they hit 2 people.
Oh, I went past that reflex save now, bro.
No, you will not.
I'm dying too.
Actually, do you know what? It's actually, look, it's going to be better. I am actually going to stick with... I'm going to Electric Arc again.
Going to dance with what brung you.
Because I think, that would actually be quite a good thing. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's a basic reflex. I don't know why I'm rolling it.
That's fine. You can roll... Oh, you can roll the damage.
Roll the damage. Oh, it's not great.
One succeeds, one fails.
Okay, so that's 13 points of electricity damage. So rounded down, that'd be 6 for one, and then 13 for the other. And then... it's going to be quite tricky to do anything. How far away is the combat?
From you... it can move real quick because it keeps because it's teleporting all the time.
Yeah.
The nearest one to you is 20 feet. Fulton is fighting one about 20 feet away from you, and then there's another one kind of in the room, which is like 35, 40 feet away from you.
All right, okay. Where's Karagor's body?
Karagor's body is 25 feet from you in the room.
25 feet, All right, I would like to move.
Okay.
I'd like to move. Oh, sorry. Yes, yeah. It's very difficult. Thank you for pointing that out. I would like to move 10 feet into the room, so I'm still sort of out of combat, but sort of a bit closer to. No. Yes. Yes. Just as I can make a dash should it be needed to Karagor.
No problem.
And that is my goal.
I'm going to allow you to stand on top of Shania.
Can I just say, I am loving the image of Velda just firing out lightning from his hands.
Yes.
So cool. It's so Palpatine.
Emperor.
Yeah. It's just like... It's great.
It's what you get into playing a wizard for, isn't it? Is to be able to do stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
All right.
It started off like licking a 9-volt battery, and now it's Palpatine.
All right, it's time for the BVH. It's Bubba Von Hoops. What's going down?
Right, okay. I'm going to stop doing locate.
Okay.
I'll come back to that spell later, right? I'm going to try something. And it might not work, but I'm going to try it.
You sure? Are you sure you're going to give up on locate, Brian?
Yeah, so I can cast it again.
I'll bet when you cast it again, you won't get a ping. And you'll be I just imagine your face. You're going to be the angriest man. You're going to be the angriest.
Oh, I'll sustain it.
Oh no!
But then I can't. No, because if I don't sustain it, then I won't be able to do this thing. So I'm going to cast Enthrall.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enthrall, and it affects all creatures within 120 feet. So it will affect the 2 Babaus, and it'll affect Fulton. Karagor's out. So basically, in that line of sight. Yeah. So I'm going to cast that. You got a will save.
Yeah.
To be unaffected. Right.
Is it one of those ones where friendly targets can choose not to be affected, or you can choose not to affect them? Because some spells can. I'm not questioning your.
No, it's fine. Fascinate your targets. You speak or sing without interruption. It just says each creature that comes within range has to attempt to.
In that case, it probably will.
A save when you sustain the spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So it's a bit weird, the mechanic where you're just like, I choose to not enthrall you. It's like,
yeah.
Would that be a thing? Yeah. I mean,
it's a bit of a gamble, this one, but I haven't got really many attack spells left, so that do damage. They're all like level 2s and level 4s, and I'm out of those.
That's a nice try.
All right. I'm finding your choice very entertaining.
Has anyone got a potion? Like a healing
Yeah, I've
potion?
got one.
I do. I've got 2. I've got a really crap one and a not quite so
And then
crap
it will
one.
kill the other guys.
Yeah,
it will kill them 44 points of damage as well.
Well, but you'd have to heal the 44 damage.
Yeah.
44. I presume
it doesn't deal the exact same amount. It will do damage to them, but it won't deal it doesn't just flip the damage back on them. But it would be bad if you can heal Karagor.
And what was the thing that people were saying? You can't pour a healing potion down someone's throat.
You can, and it's actually fewer actions than we thought. It's 1 action to draw the potion, 1 action to administer it. That's all it was. I was getting it carried over from first edition, where it's a full round action to administer a potion. But in this, you can move, draw the potion, pour the potion. That's 3 actions.
Okay.
So
all right,
there are some options there.
Right, let's get these will saves.
All right, let's do this. So you start enthralling. So you start singing an enthralling song to try and draw everyone in.
La 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 long, la 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 long, long, long. One more time. That's what it's going to be singing.
That is the most enthralling song I think I've ever heard.
My tongue is tied, and that's no lie. Looking in your eyes, looking in your big bright eyes.
And this is Terrify you're casting, yeah. So
Bob, I want to make you sweat, sweaty.
Do birds even sweat? I don't think they do they?
These guys sweat. They've got no skin.
Sweaty, you can't sweat no more. And if you
God.
cry out.
So the one
I'm glad I'm dead.
I wish I was.
The one fighting Fulton.
Yeah.
The one fighting Fulton crit saves.
Crit saves.
Yep.
That means you enthrall yourself.
Critical success. The other one gets a 25.
Oh shit. Against my spell DC.
It's your spell DC.
Yeah. Well, it's 24, so.
Ooh, so that's a success.
So a success.
So
Good.
The one fighting
The target needn't pay attention, but doesn't notice you tried to use magic. Okay, so it doesn't really
know you did anything. Yep.
Even though you're singing directly.
Didn't he hear the lyrics? I mean, come on.
And the other one notices that I used magic.
Well, no, he crit saves, isn't
So the crit save one, he doesn't need to do
the target is unaffected and notices that you
put so much effort into that song.
I know.
Yeah.
The one at the front goes, the fuck is this guy doing? The other one goes, casting a spell, innit? He's like, so I didn't notice. All right. And then they carry on.
Are they humming that tune now, though?
Well, I put it all. I put it all on them failing. Do you want to do your will save just for the fuck of it, Fulton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fulton.
Yeah.
This will be
That's
amazing.
really good.
Because what I was going to do is my next action was to just tell them to stop, and you know what I mean.
29.
Yeah, you save as well.
You
so
save.
that's, there you go, team.
But you don't know. But you don't know that he was casting a spell, as far as you know. Papa's
That was a good song, Baba. Nice one.
Yeah, it was worth a try, wasn't it?
Bit weirdly dirty in the middle of a battle.
You got one action left.
I got one action left, which I don't know what to do with. So
Carry on casting locate. Let's go back.
Go back to casting locate. Yeah, just a waste of a thing.
You could. How much did it cost to start doing Inspire Courage? Is that a one?
Yeah, that's a one action. I'll inspire courage with everyone, just so you got +1s on saves and throws, saves and attacks.
Could be useful.
That could be useful. So I continue that spell, but I continue singing. Sorry, but that's just to
nice.
Yeah, Fulton wanna make you sweat.
Sweat. Sweat.
And yeah, man.
Very nice. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's time to make a. Looks like it's time to make a recovery check, a death saving throw. Time to roll a dice, which on a crit fail will kill Karagor Onefang. And I think we should do that.
Hero points.
James, I've only got 4 hero points.
I think we should do it next week, don't you? Should we do it next week? That's where we leave it for tonight. I'm sorry, New Mutant. Don't mean to do it.
Oh, he's gone straight for the maple and
pecan of morning.
This week's episode was made possible by Libby Abner. Libby Abner made this week's episode possible. Thank you for subscribing. You're the Dangerling of the Week. Ooh, fancy. You don't get any benefits. It's not like a Nando's black card. You don't get to get free Nando's. If you're American, it's Nando's is a chicken chain. It's just they do spicy piri-piri chicken, spicy rice as well, piri-piri chips as well if you want some piri-piri. You also do little sides of halloumi.
We're not sponsored by them, man.
Sponsored. So if you want your name on the show, then head on down to the Danger Club Patreon and subscribe. Peace out.